Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day, I am Win Peñano with today's DFA Online. The Philippines, through the Department of Foreign Affairs or DFA, has expressed concern over China's recent ballistic missile tests in the Pacific, calling for restraint and greater transparency. Foreign Affairs spokesperson Annalyn Ratnel said the Philippines remains committed to maintaining peace, security, and stability in the Indo-Pacific and urged all parties to avoid actions that could increase tensions or misunderstandings. The DFA said Philippine authorities received prior notification of the missile launch on July 5. Beijing test launched an unarmed intercontinental range ballistic missile from a submarine that landed in the southern Pacific Ocean on July 6. The Department of National Defense earlier labeled the launch as a reckless display of military power that shows little regard for smaller countries and the fragile ecological systems that sustain their people. The U.S. Department of State meanwhile said the test runs opposite to the prevention of nuclear proliferation.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
In our news, the Department of Foreign Affairs, or DFA, is looking into the harassment incident involving Presidential Communications Office, or PCO, Undersecretary Claire Castro during President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s visit to Canada last week. The DFA says Foreign Affairs Secretary Maria Teresa Lazaro has directed Philippine officials in Ottawa and Vancouver to coordinate with Canadian authorities to determine the circumstances of the incident and the applicable security protocols. A video of what appears to be Filipino protesters following and harassing Castro in Vancouver had been circulating on social media. Castro later said she respects the protesters' right to free speech and has decided not to pursue legal action.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
More news from the DFA. The Philippines has launched its electronic visa or e-visa program for eligible travelers from Denmark, the Faroe Islands, and Greenland. The Department of Foreign Affairs or DFA says visitors planning to stay in the Philippines for more than 30 days may now apply online for a temporary visitor's visa through the government's e-visa portal. The DFA clarified that Danish passport holders will continue to enjoy 30 days of visa-free entry, while longer stays will require an approved e-visa before travel. Officials say the new system is part of the government's digitalization efforts to make visa applications more efficient, secure, and accessible.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Meanwhile, in Switzerland, the United Nations Human Rights Council has adopted by consensus a Philippine-led resolution linking human rights and climate change during its 62nd session in Geneva. Presented by the Philippines together with Bangladesh and Vietnam, the resolution highlights the need for climate adaptation, intergenerational equity, and stronger protection for vulnerable communities affected by climate change. Philippine Permanent Representative Carlos Arrieta said the climate crisis is fundamentally a human rights issue and called for a greater international cooperation to support developing countries. The resolution also calls for a United Nations study and a high-level discussion on protecting human rights through effective climate adaptation.
DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
And that wraps up today's DFA Online. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, I am Win Peñano. Good day.
DFA Online. News and events from different Philippine embassies and consulates around the world. DFA Online. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.